Hello everyone, welcome to Whittle's Pod. Today we have Akshay with us, a fellow founder, agency founder, I would say, and let's hear a lot of stuff coming towards performance marketing and e-commerce businesses. We have because we share the both the same in the industry. Yes, Akshay, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. First of all, yeah, thanks for having me on this podcast.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really nice to, talk to people from the same industry. So,
right.
yeah, I'm looking forward to having a good convo over
Yeah.
here.
So the whole agenda of this podcast is to help startup businesses or e-commerce businesses or any founder who is trying to get into build a company, to let him know what would be the hard truths in building a startup in terms of marketing or product or anything. So yeah, as we had a small conversation before this podcast, you said you were into performance marketing. Can you give us a brief into it? What were you solving exactly? What kind of brands you were working with? Yeah,
Right. So initially, when I got into digital marketing, I was doing most of the stuff, like SEO, social media, performance as well. But over time, I realized, like performance is where my skill lied. So I was always a data-driven person. So that's where I actually found what I really love doing. So this was back in 2021 when I dived completely into performance marketing. I got the opportunity to work with a few US based agencies. One was Galactic Fed, which is a remote based agency, and they have employees across the world. So there I got the opportunity to work with brands across different verticals, e-com, healthcare, finance, as well as working with some influencers closely. Um, and later on, I moved to another agency called Yamu Media, which was a performance-driven agency as well, based out of New York. So there I worked for 1.5 years as well. So yeah, like in the last 5 years, my experience was mainly in the US and Canada markets, scaling brands, finding new ways to generate revenue for them. And yeah, that's how I then started my own agency. So I found a lot of loopholes which those agencies also go through. And there are several things which I also want to solve for clients in a different way.
right,
So yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to in the next quarter.
right. What is that particular, problem you would like to solve that is there in the industry and you have seen that particular gap?
Yeah. So see, a lot of those agencies they try to sell to the clients basically. So let's say there's a client where I can clearly know they don't really require ads at the moment. What those agencies also do is try to just say, okay, you need to run ads, let's make it work. Then what happens after 1 to 2 months is it doesn't work. And this is something which, as a performance marketer, I knew, like, see, performance marketing is not for each and every brand. For ecom, yes. For D2C brands, yes. But let's say if it's a niche or something related to like lead gen and stuff, there are some verticals where you don't really need to scale using ads. And that's where like, I want to be transparent with those businesses, like what they really need. Like, let's say a business just wants to uh, has a very small audience. In that case, I would also just suggest do SEO or GEO with some ad spends here and there.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing. Second is,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for those e-com and D2C brands, a lot of those agencies, they don't really know like what, they don't really relate to the brand. So they'll try to adopt each and every strategy. In the name of testing, they'll, mention we'll test this, that, without any logical reasoning or stuff. So yeah, see, testing is important, but it also needs to make sense, like what you are testing, what you're planning to
Mm.
get out of that test, and what you're planning to implement based on that. So having like a clear roadmap for those clients is what I'm looking at. And thirdly, a lot of those agencies will just sell you performance ads. What I believe is, see, there's no such job title such as media buyer now. You need to like know the whole funnel of the client, not just related to ads, but like what's the first point of discovery to conversion. So I work closely with clients on getting the funnel optimized. It can be your website, your app, your landing page, because unless that is not fixed, you won't get the best results. So a lot of those
So you say
agencies, they know.
you're
Yeah,
trying to be as personalized and as precise as possible, trying to solve for the client and to actually let them know what problem they are facing for their particular industry and try to build a solution for it, right?
exactly. So let's say it's a D2C brand. Let's say it's a coffee brand in the
Yeah,
US.
I want to talk about D2C brands. Let's talk about
Yeah,
D2C brands.
exactly. So I work with such brands. So the issue mainly there is not even
Can you name
ad.
a brand that you have worked with in a particular in Canada or US and what problem you have exactly solved for them?
Yeah. So one example for D2C is a coffee brand. It's called Brewpoint Coffee. So they are
Mm-hmm.
based out of Illinois in the US. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a small market they had, but a lot of competition. It's a cluttered market out there.
Okay.
We had like 100,
Okay.
like so many competitors going around. So when they came
Right.
to us, the initial goal was to just increase purchases, um, but
Okay.
their website was not that great. The funnel wasn't optimized
Okay.
for conversions. There's not much going on the socials as well. So that is where
Mm-hmm.
a lot of those clients think that just running ads will solve the problem, but it won't, because when you look
Right.
at your competitors, they're doing a lot of social stuff, they're engaging personally with the users and audiences. Their website is in top notch shape. So these are like like some issues that we had with that brand. And so see, creative testing and all this um, is like part of any campaign you run on Meta, but unless the point of conversion is optimized, it really doesn't solve any issue. So what we also
Right.
did for them was
Right.
like have some landing pages based on listicles, educational content, where we are not directly trying to sell to the user immediately. So it's like just widening the funnel, and eventually, through your ads and remarketing efforts, we actually drove like purchases for them.
Right.
So yeah, like these are main
With the
issues like which
yeah,
the
with the
brand,
recent
yeah,
Andromeda update as well,
yeah,
you might have known it is mostly organic content which Meta is also trying to sell in performance. It
right,
clearly says when the organic content reaches, then only Meta is going to push your ad.
right.
That particular creative you're trying to publish and target the audience, if
Hmm.
it doesn't have reach, it is not going to give you any ROI
Exactly,
out of it.
exactly. That is
And
my
at the
whole
end of the day, I think all the brands should focus on organic content and excel in it.
exactly. So when I see like you have your own personal brand as well, you're not trying like a
Yeah, I
different
mean, I'm trying
page
to build it,
or
man.
yeah, not a different
Yeah.
Instagram page or anything for your brand, because that doesn't work. Like even if let's
Yeah.
say as an agency owner, just creating a page for my agency won't help much unless I put myself out there. So
Exactly.
yeah, unless we have
That is
like
where founder
personal,
led brands are taking over in today's market.
exactly, exactly.
So let's go deep into Meta and Google Ads as well. Can you what do I say, objectify the segments we try to solve if the brand revenue is stagnant? Let's say a brand revenue is stagnant at $10,000 and they are not able to generate more than that. Okay.
Hmm.
What is that particular solve problem you think that they have? We see a lot of brands like that. What is that they have to work on, or what is that we can help them out with?
Yeah. So one thing is, the returning customers. So a lot of brands, they lose their customers at the first purchase itself. So they're not putting a lot
Hmm.
of effort to, get them back in. So I've seen campaigns where we are
Right.
regularly getting like new orders, new customers. But like you said, the revenue is not growing at the same pace because they're not reordering. So usually in
Yeah.
this case, there's also like some issues with the product which they need to fix. Second is, they're not like nurturing them on an ongoing basis. because unless you generate revenue from your existing customers, it won't really help your business bottom line. So in that
Right.
case, from an performance marketer, what I'll try to do is have like some more nurturing in the mix. Like you said, being like social is one point of contact where they need to regularly be active. Email
Yeah.
nurturing for e-com is very important, especially if
Yeah.
if you are in a market such as coffee, where there's like repeat purchases more frequently. Then remarketing ads as well with a smaller spend. That is something they need to do as well. But yeah, as a performance marketer, I'll also like deep dive into what issues there might be with the product, and pass that on to the brand. So that's why I was mentioned earlier. See, my work doesn't start with ads and end with ads. I need to also understand the product, what customers think of the product, are there any issues with them, and that's where if we can fix that part, eventually they will return. And as long as you are then generating new customers, the business will scale up for sure.
And a lot of competitor research also will help that, to
Yeah,
get to know why your competitor is generating more revenue than you. And I think as a marketer, like as a performance marketer or any marketer, you should know your client well than yourself. You
exactly.
know,
So a
that
lot
is
of
the, see, if you say that I'm a marketer, performance marketer, I'm only going to handle meta ads. That doesn't work. If you try the algorithm, if you try to read the algorithm of meta, you should also try to read your brand's product as well.
Exactly. A lot of those brand owners, they also
Going
don't know the brand perfectly, like what messaging they want to resonate with, what they want to put out to the audience. Whereas the competitors, they're very clear on whom they're targeting, what their messaging is, and then they're consistent with it. So yeah, I agree.
right,
Like competitor research plays a very important role in this. If you know your competitor's content is very engaging, the ads are doing a killer job in terms of messaging, they'll always do better, no matter what,
right,
no matter how much you optimize your creatives.
right. Let's put on like your top five AI tools for as a marketer or like a brand owner that they can use for their brands or marketers for themselves, to what tools are you fascinated right now with the AI tools and you are trying to implement in your systems and for your
Right.
businesses.
So personally, I've used Magix previously, and Triple Well, of course, which is very common in the
Hmm.
US. So yeah, it does help me like figure out like some attribution problems, in the funnel.
And they are our
It will help.
competitors as well.
Yeah, exactly. It will help me understand like which ad is, the one delivering actual results. So of course we can't like depend completely on the ad account data at all. That is, if any performance market is not doing that, they're missing out. So it's always important to know like what are the touch points those customers go through. An ad which is not getting revenue within Meta might actually be contributing as the first or second touch point before the conversion. So yeah, it's very important. Like I'll have a AI tool for attribution, Magix or Triple Whale in this case. But I might switch to Whittle's back AI as
Back.
well once
Yeah,
it's
that's what I was saying.
yeah. But yeah, it's good to see a brand such as this come from India. So yeah,
Yeah.
that is something I'll
And
use.
Akshay, a small note from here, my side. I am trying to keep it as a freemium model,
Hmm.
trying to, not charge the client in the first place for the subscription.
Hmm.
Later, after the, let's say result, we are trying to take a percentage.
Right.
What do you
Okay.
say? I mean, I have seen Magix and Triple Whale, like myself and Burke as well. They usually
Hmm.
work on subscription basis. Once you pay, and you'll get the
Right.
service. So this is something which I am trying to, provide a value to the client in the first place. Then, ask for, I would say,
No,
a
I think
share of.
that's an excellent use case because there have been instances where, the client comes to us. We suggest them, you might need to use Triple Whale, but they're not comfortable spending like 100, $200 immediately right off the
Exactly.
bat. We
Right.
know it will help us, but to justify that cost to the client is a problem.
Right.
So they'll be like, oh
Exactly.
no, let's first get the revenue up and then,
Use
maybe
this
try
on
it.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. But in actual, we need that tool to, deep dive in more
Exactly, man.
detail. So yeah, I think that model is really good. Like because a lot of clients are hesitant to pay upfront for those,
You know,
AI tools.
I was see when I was building the model, I was impressed. I mean, I was basically impressed from Mark Zuckerberg, where he says when he
Mhm.
was trying to build Facebook, his co-founder pushes him to you put ads on his platform. Then he says, "Let's not generate revenue in the first place and see where this goes. Then we can do that." This is
Exactly.
what I've inspired from that, and let's give value for our users first, and then see where it goes.
That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah. And I
So coming
think you
back,
will be a first
yeah,
user.
exactly. I mean, if that's the model, I'll definitely convince the client to,
Yeah,
use it from the beginning. Yeah.
exactly. And yeah, what other tools you use apart
Yeah.
for, I think ads, you use both of these, and for designing or for like all other stuffs, what tools are you fascinated and you feel like you want to share it to the
Yeah.
audience
So
of
in terms of
us?
creatives and stuff, I mean, I always experiment with different tools. So Midjourney is something I've been using a lot for ads, creating creative right off the bat.
Right,
That is something I've been using. But new tools come up every day, so I do try to test them and see how it works for those brands. Then another use case for AI tools nowadays is reporting. So a lot of those agencies I used to work at, honestly, the reporting and stuff is very manual. Agencies are still creating like
right,
decks and stuff. So the issue with that is, see, the clients don't really care how you're like showing that data, and a lot of those agencies are wasting like hours behind them. So I use a tool called Markifact. It's an AI tool which automates all those decks. So all I need to do is connect it to my ad accounts, and it generates a Google slide deck with all the tables and stuff, also with some high level overviews. So my job now is to analyze the data and from a strategic point of view tweak the slides and deck. Earlier, what used to happen
right.
is we used to have like templates, manually go to Google
Yeah,
Sheets, populate that data, copy it to slides, and then
yeah.
finish the
Too much
presentation.
of
And a
manual
lot of
work first, man. Yeah,
yeah, and a lot of agency stuff like goes in operations in tasks which are like which can easily be done through AI. So Markifact helps me with all those reporting and stuff. Also, like budget pacing, trackers, and all of it. This is something Markifact solves. So that is something that I've been using. And of course, with Atlas coming in, a lot of competitor research has become very
hmm.
easy now. I can just go to an ad
Atlas or
library.
Comet? What is your pick out of that?
I've been using Atlas. Personally, yeah, I think I prefer Atlas. So
Right,
it's become very easy, like just going to an ad library of a competitor with the right prompts, you can quickly gain some insights, which earlier used to take a lot of time. So that is something which
right,
has made my like life way easier.
right, right. Um, let's break down few stuffs where while running an ad campaign, what is
Hmm.
that a brand has to concentrate majorly on the content part, as we have seen a lot of AI content been working than an organic content as well. And there's a lot of confusion, like, which content that we have to try it out. What is your suggestion in that? And
Right.
don't tell me it's A/B testing, but a clear answer.
Exactly. So see, a lot of brands try to sell, again, especially D2C brands, they try to sell upfront to the users. And this, especially in India, I've seen a lot. You'll run ads which are like very direct, like
Right.
XXX, you need buy this, which I
Price
don't
and
understand
yeah,
because yeah, see, especially in India, like people like to research a lot before they actually buy. You're not the only one advertising to them. So let's say if I'm finding for like let's say a coffee brand, I'll immediately get ads from Blue Tokai, Sleepy Owl, and maybe like 10 other brands. So your messaging needs to stand out in that front. Again, if you're just trying to sell them, it won't really help. So yeah, like
Right.
starting out with some more educational content and being very subtle with the messaging, how you're different from other brands, that needs to clearly stand out. And what is the problem that you're trying to solve, that also needs to be clear. So a lot of brands miss on this front. Another problem is a lot of those D2C brands, they're immediately getting into influencer ads nowadays. But the thing is, everyone is also doing it, and it's not really standing out again.
It's the
Um,
same influencer for all the brands.
exactly. So they're not, again, they are looking like all the ads look very
Right.
similar to them. So that is something they're not,
But now I think UGC has taken over a lot. You have seen Cluely how it's doing its marketing through
yeah,
UGC
yeah,
content.
for sure.
That
Yeah, I
guy
think
Roy
UGC,
is
people won't really
he's
like trust
yeah,
influencers to that extent as a real customer. So a lot of brands,
right.
yeah, I've seen this thing going in the US where they'll, offer a freebie or something to an existing customer just for a shout
Yeah,
out or a post that goes out on
exactly.
social. So
Exactly.
that is something, yeah, I agree on.
Right. What is that particular niche you are targeting to give provide your services? Is there a particular niche you would like to target, or what are you guys trying to target from the market?
Yeah. So D2C brands is something I'm very closely, something that I closely relate to. So that is one type of businesses I'm trying to, reach out in the US market. Because if you go through a lot of those funnels they have, the ads they run, they're not really doing a great job on that front. Second is also reaching out to like some local businesses where the market is small, but they can't really have the bandwidth to outsource it to a agency based out of the US, um, mainly because of let's say budget constraints, or a lot of those brands also don't have good experience working with such agencies. So again, providing value to those businesses is
Right.
what I'm looking at. And thirdly, SaaS based companies. So my co-founder is very well versed in UI UX design, as well as brand positioning and stuff. So reaching out to SaaS based
Right.
companies is something that we are looking to offer services to.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and
Let's come
both
to
of us
SaaS
also
based.
come. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct. No, no, you just complete your
Yeah,
yeah.
and both of us also have like good experience in hospitality. Him working in hospitality like for 5 years as head of content, and I've also run ads for some top hospitality brands in the US. One being Legacy Vacation Resorts. So where I
Hmm.
had scaled them to like 50K a month ad budget. Yeah. So yeah, hospitality is something we already have like good experience in. So that is a good audience for us as well.
Right. Coming to SaaS,
Yeah.
uh, give me that breakdown of marketing where SaaS tools can concentrate on.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of let's keep organic content and social media aside, and let's take other sources where we can promote them or like place ourselves and make some noise.
Yeah. For a few brands, what I usually suggest is, getting onboarded on G2. That's where a lot of discovery for SaaS tools does happen. You have heard of G2, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I've
So
heard.
that's where a lot,
I've heard Product Hunt
yeah.
as well.
Yeah. So it's similar. But G2, I think, is a good platform to be listed on. But the issue with such platforms
Right,
is they have a
right.
very high upfront cost. So I think when I was reaching out to G2, their initial starting budget
It's a
was
paid
like 9 to
platform.
10K USD. It's a paid platform, yeah. You can list organically, but that doesn't really help. So you need to do a lot of
Right.
paid ads on those platforms.
Right.
So G2 is something they can list on if they have the right budget. But if they're just starting out, just testing the waters, and if social is not a case in this thing, they can maybe try some listicles and promote them. Um, Also, in such cases, going to like I think in such cases, networking with people in the same industry, collaborating with them will be a good starting point. But eventually, they need to list on those platforms if they really want to like gain that
Right. Right. A
visibility.
lot of marketplaces would help as well for the SaaS
Exactly.
tools.
Yeah, for sure. So there are lot of those
And
SaaS
I
tools.
think for SaaS, email marketing is the best. ROI is what I have been seeing with my experience. Is there something that has pushed it out, or what is in your what is your view in it?
So yeah, email marketing for sure. So like I've been a victim of that. Let's say I did sign up for like a tool. I just took up a free trial for that tool, and I just wanted to test it out. So I tested it for like 7 to 14 days, but after that I didn't really use it much. But that's when email nurturing came. So this brand, it's called Whisper Flow. I think you've heard of it. So they started like pushing me a lot
Yeah,
of emailers, and those were like some valuable emailers, not just download it now or subscribe. They were actually like trying to point out like how this software was helping me during that trial.
right,
And yeah, I eventually converted. So I do believe like yeah, email marketing is a must for any SaaS based tool, especially if you have a lead magnet such as
right.
free trial at the start of the funnel. Yeah,
That would really help for a SaaS tool. And I
right.
think in today's world, being uh, a founder of any product, let's say D2C SaaS, or a service based entrepreneur, I would say
Mhm.
provide value first in this competitive world and make your customer get addicted to it. If you're not doing this, I don't think you can survive in this market.
Totally, I agree
Being
on
in the
it.
industry for the last 5 years, this is something which I asked my fellow founders or my clients previously, which I was working with. Please provide them value first. Word of mouth is 80% of which works in the market till date. Marketing is just
Exactly,
20% of it.
right. So
So
yeah, like I
I would
initially did
always
mention. Yeah, so like I initially mentioned, like value is what they care about. So even if let's say ads is not feasible for that brand, I'll be honest about it. But he might down the line refer me to someone who actually needs my
exactly,
services in actual. So being honest with them, like
exactly,
what will work for them, it just comes back to you. Just providing value is what we need to
right,
focus on.
right. But I mean, lot of young entrepreneurs, myself, when I started when I was 20, we always put revenue in the first place and, always, run behind it. But after all these years, I would say if you run behind your revenue, you're never going anywhere. Run
I agree
behind
on it.
value and you will reach heights.
I agree on it. So there's this book I've been reading.
Yeah.
It's called Reality Transurfing. So it's not just it's a self-development book. So it says the same thing,
Mhm.
let's say if you have a goal in mind, in this case being revenue, all you need to just focus on is the process of delivering value, and eventually you will get there. Um, so yeah, I
Right.
think I'm
Yeah,
aligned on that point.
exactly. I learned it in the hard way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
about your
yeah, tell
tool,
me again.
can
Tell
you
me.
like share like some
Yeah.
some more detail about your tool,
So
Vitals?
exactly. Um, as you can see, the work case would be very much similar to Magic's work or Triple Well, the use
Hmm.
case and the workflow. but we are trying to solve more, with the competitors research. We are trying to bring down competitors ad workflows
Right.
for the user and show them what exactly working with them and what is not working with them. That is
Hmm.
something which you are trying to provide as a future in the coming going forward. uh, Mostly that is where most research happens in performance marketing or running ads. I mean, I think you know it better than anyone else here because you have
No,
seen
I
it
think
on the
that
ground.
you definitely have that feature in it. I think, yeah, that will be a game changer. Like what's already working in the
Yeah, yeah,
market,
that's what.
if we know that, then yes, I totally agree. That will be a
Exactly,
game changer.
exactly, exactly. It's easy to learn from it, and also I mean there are a lot of futures in mind that we want to build an agentic browser where he acts as a marketer and gives you everything whatever you need for running ads or building your brand, anything as a D2C brand. It acts as a marketer for
Mhm.
yourself. That is something which we are trying to also cook, but we are trying to get one future out and get it better and later release it. So there's lot
Yeah,
cooking in it, but yeah, slowly it'll be out.
I think eventually you can get into other performance marketing stuff too, right? Like those reporting and stuff
Exactly.
in more detail. And yeah, yeah,
Exactly. I
I think,
mean,
yeah,
I would
there's a
like to
lot of
build a tree and build sub products under it where we can
Mhm.
meet every workflow that goes under this roof of performance marketing.
That will be amazing because yeah, like
My
even now if
inspiration is My inspiration is Zoho at the end of the day, how it has done, for, businesses back in 2000s.
yeah,
Now it has changed and my niche is marketing. So yeah, I'm trying to solve that.
right. Yeah, I think that's a good vision because otherwise
If
even
there's
now like I'll
something
have to pay
I
for like
would like
different
to hear
tools.
from you, exactly. I would like to hear from you what future would excite you if, if you are using an AI tool like us.
So most important thing is like yeah, everything is in one ecosystem. Uh, that makes like a performance marketer's life way easier. Second
Right.
is how we are like actually like what benefit we are getting out of that data that the tool generates. So like you said, it's similar to Magix and Triple Whale and other tools. But yeah, that competitor research thing is something which I'm doing it on a separate tool. I'm doing it manually through Atlas at times. At times I'm using SEMrush for it.
Yeah.
But if even that
Yeah.
component of performance marketing is included here, that will make like our lives easier. Keyword research can be one thing. Again, I'm using multiple tools for that. Um,
Right.
and yeah, if we
Have you
know
ever
like what's
used
already, yeah,
dropship.io?
I have not, but I've heard of it.
Right. So that used to, show us the competitors' revenues through the website.
Right.
But now they
Okay.
have, stopped that future. I don't know why, but we are trying to get that future out as well. I mean, it is a pretty hard with
That, yeah.
regulations and
Yes,
all
there
of
will be a
that.
lot of regulations
But
for sure. Yeah.
exactly.
Mm.
But that was there before. It was groundbreaking. Like when you see what your competitors is, I mean, it used to show you what ad is performing best also for that.
Yeah, I think something like
So
that will be revolutionary.
could help
Yeah,
us a
like
lot.
Meta does give
Yeah,
some more data now, like what ad is performing better,
exactly.
like which are generating more impressions, but still it doesn't solve that question. Is it generating revenue or not?
Right,
So yeah,
right,
that will be a good
right. Nice
feature.
man.
So like when do you plan to
I'd say
bring it out to the market?
so. Yeah. First feature will be out in the second week of Feb. We are still waiting for Meta to approve us. Mark Mark is bragging us. I mean, we have been waiting for the approval for the last 4 weeks.
Hmm.
And, he still comes and asks us different questions and all of that. We are trying to answer him. But yeah,
Okay.
second week of Feb, fingers crossed, will be live. And, I'll definitely share it to you. And yeah, people
For
like you
sure.
will help us a lot to build a product in a very good way that it'll solve the problem.
Amazing. I definitely look forward to that. And yeah, are you like
Yeah.
launching this in the US market itself, or India is also something you're looking
Yes,
at?
a very good question. As you know, US markets are already captured with all these
Hmm.
tools are from there. Burke, Triple Whale, and
Yeah.
Semrush also is doing this, and Magix. They are capturing the US markets. This is where I have, me and my team are working to capture APAC markets, mostly Asian
Hmm.
markets. This is, I mean, it is hard for them to capture these markets, and it is easier for us to capture these markets.
Right. But given your
Middle
like
East markets,
feature
Asian
of,
markets.
yeah,
Yeah. So, yeah, tell
no,
me.
like given your feature of a different pricing model which you mentioned, I think
Would definitely
you
help
should
us to breach.
still test, yeah, just test the waters maybe in the US, because I personally know
Yeah, yeah,
clients who didn't want triple whale because of the cost.
yeah.
So
What is the Triple Whales subscription currently?
I think the basic one starts like from $150 or something.
150. Yeah, it
Yeah,
ranges around
and then
150 to 199 usually per month.
yeah, yeah. So those brands which I'm talking about, they are just spending like 4 to 5K on ads. So to justify, and these are like brands which are just starting out in the market. So they have a lot of other costs
Right. For them,
involved.
yes. Yes.
For them, it's a they always have one question: first, justify us the cost of having this. But this solves it if we tell them you just pay
Right.
when we are getting results.
Exactly.
So I think yeah, maybe just test the
Exactly.
waters in those market. Yeah,
Definitely, that is definitely there. But categorizing Asian
yeah.
markets, Middle Eastern markets, and US for sure, and Europe as well. Globally, I'm there, but yeah,
No, no, I can see your eyes lit
because
up.
if
You're
it's for
pretty
free,
excited.
everybody would like to test it.
Yes.
Yes, I just checked the time, man. I think this is the longest I had a conversation with on a podcast because you know, yeah, because being in the same industry, we'll have a lot of things to talk on to bond to relate a lot,
Right.
and I think we had a very good conversation. Hopefully, we'll do
Yeah.
another part as well. I think
For
I
sure.
missed
Yeah.
out a
I
lot
think
of
once you are live,
questions.
let's, yeah, yeah.
Exactly,
Once you're done launching this and once you have like some breathing space,
definitely.
maybe, yeah, we should do it again.
Users, yes, exactly. We'll put the dashboard on live and we'll check.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I'll also plan a event with few all the performance marketers across the world and try to test this out. Let's see how it
Yeah.
goes.
Amazing. Yeah. I think you
Then,
have a
man,
very
I
good
mean, it
vision.
was nice, very nice talking to you. Yeah,
Likewise.
I wish you the same as well. And yeah, I think with your expertise in the market, you'll definitely provide value to the brands you work. And this is a shout out for you as well.
Thank you
This
so
guy
much.
has potential. Don't miss him out, guys. And definitely we'll do a next part. And I'll see you soon, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.
See you. Bye. Bye.